All right. My name is Spencer Barrett.
Andrea Meldrum.
Kate Reed.
Katelyn Barrett. And the title of our presentation is
The
Colorado Water Compact, or It's All Downhill from Here. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Bishop's Lodge here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Our melodrama is about to start, but let me get your drinks first. What do you have? I know. The best we've got. Water.
Why, misbehaving? You look fine as cream lady.
Hands off my woman. I saw her first. Misbehaving, your skin is whiter than a polecat's behind.
Jeez, I already know a bucket of mud.
Now, Hans Alpha, you behave.
Yeah, Hans Alpha, my woman.
I'll be drawn quicker than you can spit holler howdy.
Help! Help! If these boys start shooting, I'm gonna be holier than a priest. Isn't there a better way to solve this drama? Where's elementary? She'll know what to do.
Holstrom. Y'all need to ride the river with debate diplomacy, or it's all downhill from here.
Debate, I love to argue.
Debate is more than arguing. It's looking at both sides of an issue.
Haha, she cleans your plow.
And diplomacy is minding your manners and thinking before you speak, so everyone can keep their shirts on and guns holstered.
How you know such powerful stuff?
The Colorado Water Compact was signed right here in 1922. Debate and diplomacy sure won the West that day. Our story begins in 1848 when the U.S. acquired the Colorado River Basin from Mexico with the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. As part of Manifest Destiny, pioneers headed out west to colonize the desert.
Eureka! There's gold in them there hills.
And the rush was on, only to find out there was something more precious than gold.
Eureka! I struck water!
Water?
Mine.
First to map the Colorado River was a famed explorer, John Wesley Powell. He strapped himself to a chair and rode the rapids down the mighty Colorado.
Yeehaw, right about.
Okay. In 1902, Arthur Powell Davis, his nephew, became the director of the new government agency, the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation Service.
You see, water was vital for all life in the West.
Water was power, profit, and prosperity.
The federal government set their policy with 1865 mining law, which stated that landowners had the right to use water, and states were to determine their own water policy.
As the West grew, states emerged.
California realized early on the importance of water.
But problems arose and it almost came to war with Mexico.
But you can't have the water!
But we must have the water!
But you can't have the water!
But we must have the water!
No se puede narrow
And who will solve the water rights?
Don't look at the federal government, we're hand off it.
Incoming!
World War I interrupted the dispute, but after it was over, things began to boil.
Hey, let's build a canal above our borders and siphon off water totally in the U.S. That way we won't have to deal with Mexico. We can call it the All-American Canal.
Dun 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 dun. Wait a minute, California is sure being possessive of our water.
Yeah, we're upstream in prior appropriation states, so upstream rules.
Hold on. Just because you own land bordering the states doesn't mean you own the water. We're riparian rights.
Oh, yeah?
Dude. And you thought things were tense in the OK corral. Let's try some diplomacy, shall we?
That's where the League of the Southwest was born.
Anyone can send a delegate.
And California had more delegates than anyone else.
It's our posse. We're protecting our rights.
California girls, they're unbelievable. They just want our water on top.
No, we don't listen to our taunt. We are growing faster than you, so give us what we want.
California still has more delegates.
We propose one vote per state.
Ha, no way, Jose.
Way down south where they want our water. Things are rotten, they're not fair. We ought to walk away, walk away, walk away. We're gone. We need a hero for the Upper Basin states. We need the Silver Fox of the Rockies, Delph Carpenter.
I've been thinking about our future. It may not be great. If the states don't work together, Supreme Court will decide our fate. We need to debate with diplomacy to decide our future. Water rights, you see.
So Delph Carpenter pushed for all 7 states to get together, debate, and come up with the solution themselves. He evoked Amendment 10 and Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution.
I gathered all 7 states together and proposed a compact, but some thought it too novel and decided to risk it on a Supreme Court decision in their favor.
Well, while you were trying to gather support, we tried to push through in the resolution that all water rights be managed by the U.S. Reclamation Service. They like us.
Which is why we blocked you.
What are you going to do? Shoot it out or try some diplomacy?
If we want Upper Basin support, we had better be diplomatic. Okay, we're in.
We wish to treat before war.
Translation, better to talk it out than shoot it out. So all 7 governors approved a plan and accompanied the Silver Fox to Washington for federal approval. Mount up!
Hi-ho, Silver Fox! Away.
President Harding said yes and was off to Congress.
Where Wyoming, of all people, tried to block the bill.
What? Those no good cattle rustlers, what's their problem?
Diplomacy, remember?
Diplomacy is knowing when to hold them and when to fold them. Wyoming introduced the bill and it was approved.
Next was the appointment of a federal representative.
I've got some ideas. Tall, dark, and handsome. And let's meet.
Now wait a gold darn minute!
Everyone to your corners. Let me introduce myself. I'm Herbert Hoover.
I object. You went to college in California.
He's the Secretary of Interior.
I'll put this as diplomatically as I can. Pluck up, armless. I'm what you get and I'll be impartial. So Billy, to the bar. What do you have?
Water!
We want a dam to store water for us.
No way! You'll take our water to fill it and we won't get to develop what we want!
Can I help it if I'm developing faster than you?
We want a dam too.
Damnation.
Any dam you should get, I should get first. I should get my dam first. I am on top.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I
So
can.
who will pay for the dams and who gets the power from them? The Tennessee Valley Project is still 10 years away, you know.
Well, I think you should get
I
it.
think we should get it.
We're prior appropriations.
Everyone to your corners.
Water.
Storage.
Tributary.
Relax. The government has surveyed the river and found plenty of water to go around. So everyone must be flexible and come back to the bargaining tables.
I'm flexible.
Fine, as I see it, the major tiers between the Upper Basin and Lower Basin states. I propose we divide at least fairly. Wyoming, New Mexico, come on Upper Basin. Utah, Colorado, look at what we're facing.
I've got California, Nevada, and Arizona with me.
Now we're getting somewhere. How much, how often, and what about storage? And so the debates begin.
You put your first offer in.
You take something out.
You put your next offer in and just shake it all about. Debate and diplomacy can turn things around. That's what it's all about.
Finally, all 7 states agreed.
But what about Mexico?
Strike all mentions of Mexico from the minutes. We don't want to recognize any claim from them.
And the Indians' rights?
Their rights aren't important, but we'll include a wild Indian article to pacify any congressman who bows up and says, what about the poor Indians?
On November 24th, 1922, the compact was signed with the provision that it could not be nullified unless all 7 states agreed, ironically hampering any further debate and diplomacy.
We finally arrived at a compact which everyone felt that they could improve upon if they drew it up themselves, and they all contributed a great deal to get it done. But I believe it will work materially to the interests of all 7 states.
This was the first exemplification of interstate diplomacy in the history of the U.S. on so large a scale.
But now we need ratification from each state and the federal government.
The Upper Basin and the federal government ratified within a year, but the Lower Basin fought until the Supreme Court settled the matter in 1963.
But today, each state has its issues with the compact. Just ask John McCain, especially because the government estimations of the water were way off, and Indian and Mexican rights weren't addressed.
That's right. Quantity, not quality, was addressed. There was no environmental factors in the compact.
Diplomacy needs flexibility, and the compact is rigid.
All 7 states will not change the compact and fear that they will receive less water than they already had, which is sad.
In the world today, we see a lot of arguing, but not debating both sides of an issue. If we were to use diplomacy, minding our manners and thinking before we speak, just imagine what we could accomplish. Remember that debate and diplomacy can turn things around. That's how the West was won.
Absolutely don't have to know names to answer this, and I don't know if I can hear it.
Okay.
Is there one thing that you think they could have done better with their research? Because we now, I mean, they just have another lawsuit coming out between 2017 and
Yeah.
Colorado. So obviously it's continually going on and on. So anything that you can come up with in your research session would change.
Well, one thing that I was noticing while we were looking at the compact is that there was a couple things that were not considered, like the quality of the water, and also like what the water is used for, because a lot of the water today is used for like industry or personal use or agriculture. So to me, I think I would have considered more of the quality of the water and what it's used for rather than just how much you get, because that water could be contaminated or anything else. So to me, that's what I would change.
I would wish they would have thought to the future, because back then when they made this compact, no one lived in Arizona and Nevada. No one wanted to go live in the desert. And so they gave them very little water, but now since those states have really emerged since then, they still have the same water and it hasn't changed. So that's something that...
What do you think future resolutions look like? So you guys talked a little bit about how that debate's ongoing now.
Yeah, there's like Senator John McCain has said that, you know what, maybe we should dissolve this compact, but I know he took it back because he was like, okay, we dissolve this and we're obviously going to get less water because California's huge. They have so many people living there. So I don't know. I can't foresee it being dissolved anytime soon due to that fear.
Yeah, like she said, I mean, each state is afraid to do it in fear that they'll receive less than they're getting, basically.
You guys obviously have a lot of sources of opinions and what were one or two of your most beneficial things?
I think the interviews we each did, we each did an interview with someone from our town who was familiar with the compact, and they explained to us that the effects it has on us today.
Another big one that we really liked was the trials, or reading the papers from the trial, see what was going on, what everybody was saying. That was pretty interesting to look at.
And I personally liked, because it's me, looking at like the government documents like before and after the compact, just to be able to see, you know what, this is what influenced this debate and diplomacy, and this is what it has led to in our world today, because there's some outstanding influences that this compact has had.
I personally like the Delph Carpenter papers, because they gave us a really good perspective of Delph Carpenter and what was happening during this time with the compact, and it just really brought it to
What town are you all from?
We can't know that.
Oh, you can't? Oh.
That's one question we're not allowed to ask.
And then, you know, it's kind of hard to tell if you guys are having any fun.
This was so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.